parking space. Let's
That was the end of hip hop for the evening, but don't go anywhere.
Did we have fun with our hip hop night?
Hell yeah!
Holy shit!
We got
Did we see
comedy.
amazing talent?
We did see amazing talent. We're beginning to end.
That's something you can put in your trick-or-treat bag.
Everyone should stay where they are though, because we got a comedian, we got a couple comedians. I'm gonna read some poetry a little later, so.
We're gonna have fun still. We're gonna have fun. This next guy, he's a wanderer. He's a wanderer, he's a stoner. We love all of those things about him.
Indeed.
We are very good friends with this guy. I've been hosting him on my stages for years. Please give it up for Mr. Pat Larson! Give it up,
How's it going, Shark Club? Gotta say, I've been loving this show tonight. It's been awesome. I don't know why, but I want to share the first time I ever came out to this stage. It was special. It was magical. I saw the Autobots as soon as I got here.
Fuck yeah, man.
Thought my drugs were kicking in and I didn't remember taking them.
Been there.
Right? Oh, dude. If I was tripped out right now, you would just have like I would just be like, oh my god, the void is speaking to me. My shit is hitting me hard.
You know that void speak, bro.
Oh, man. I just went to Denver at the beginning of this month, and I learned something while I was in Denver.
Yeah, what?
That you can get cottonmouth without smoking weed. Oh, yeah. And it doesn't help when you drink a drinkable. It just makes it worse. Oh, my God. I felt like Jim Carrey from Me, Myself, and Irene. I'm just like... But, man, it blew my mind. I went into a dispensary and it blew my mind because they had options. I never had that before. It's always been like this bag or this one that zips up. Because it smells good. Oh, so I've been looking for stoner girls. I'm trying to find a stoner girlfriend. Somebody that has a passion for smoking weed. And I chose that word very carefully. You know, passion. She's got to be a passionate smoker. And buy her own bag, preferably.
Share that bag, right?
But, you know, it blew my mind because, you know, I was thinking about it, and there's only like 3 types of dealers that I ever run into. The first one's your in and out guy. He's gone in a flash, so's your cash, and you're checking your pockets to make sure it wasn't a mugging. And then you got the second type, the hangout guy, you know, he's like, what's good, how's life? Last time I hung out with him, he's like, how's your kids? I don't have any kids. Right, we need to hang out, bro, it's been too long. And then you got the third type. The third type, you don't run into him right away, but you will eventually if you're a stoner. I like to call this one the jealous ex. As soon as you call them, they're like, where you been?
Yeah.
Who you been talking to? Oh yeah? Guess what? Full price, no more homie discount. That's what you get. I remember the first time I got high.
I don't.
I never thought I'd say that, but I do remember it. It was like 2 years every other weekend, you know, my cousin would ask me, he'd be like, come on man, get high with us, just try it. You'll like it, I know you'll like it, and dude, we want to be around you when you get high for that first time, because you're fucking weird, it's going to be funny to see you get stoned, you weird motherfucker. And you know, one weekend I agreed to it, and I was like, alright, if I try it and I don't like it, you can't ask me again, and they're like, I'm willing to take that bet. But I tried it, but before I even smoked this joint, I was so paranoid, man. I locked my front door, and then I went out the back, and before I went out the back door, I locked that door too, because that was for sure gonna keep the smell of marijuana getting into my house. Locking the door. I was already ahead of the game. And I smoked that joint, and the guy that brought the joint ran off. And it was at that point in time I realized I locked myself out of my house completely.
Oh, shit.
I do want to emphasize, that was before I smoked. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Guess what I am? I'm high. That's why my eyes are rarely open. I feel like Brock from Pokemon. Anybody play that game? I'm a nerd. Alright, let's hear it for the nerds. Any nerds out there? I love my nerds, man. I'm gonna go into a special joke just for you guys because it's a little twisted and I hope you guys will bear with me. But you know, I was just thinking, like, my favorite hero out of all the comic books has got to be Green Lantern. I think the concept of, like, your willpower being your weapon is just amazing. And I was just thinking, you know, if I was a Green Lantern and I was in outer space and some alien just really pissed me off one day, let's say I had a space hangover, I'd make a giant green dick construct and I'd beat that motherfucker with it. A giant green dick. It would be so epic. And there's a reason that I would never get a ring now that I think about it. I'd be a dick.
Yeah, you would.
Anybody like good burgers? Because the one place I like is Five Guys Burgers and Fries, but don't you ever forget to emphasize the burgers and fries. Yeah! You will get weird looks and your grandpa won't talk to you if they heard that you had Five Guys and you're not hungry anymore. Ah, shit, I tell you guys my roofie joke, I just don't remember it. So I went in, I got an STD check not too long ago, and while I was sitting in there waiting to get tested, it occurred to me, something occurred to me, I was the only guy in there. I was like, what the fuck, am I the only guy that likes sluts and is responsible about it?
Oh, man.
Your mama's Women are fucking goddesses. Oh. Sorry.
Can be. Emphasis.
Wasn't there green stuff up here before? I got a haircut. I was getting a little too paranoid. I started looking too much like a stoner that they might think I'm a stoner when they pull me over. So I got a haircut. And you know, I was thinking if I ever got famous under this alter ego, the wandering stoner, that would suck. I get pulled over, the cop's like, can I get your autograph? You're a fan? Yeah, dude, I totally am. That's why the drug dog's been on route. We're searching your trunk, too. Fuck. Gave myself away on that one. I like to call this one bad news when I'm stoned, because who can't handle bad news better when they're stoned? You know? But back when I was 19, I had this girlfriend, and I know it's crazy, but I had one. And one night as I was drinking randomly, I just looked over at her and I'm like, baby, if you ever have any bad news, don't break it to me when I'm drinking. I might freak out, run off, who knows what will happen. And in that case, don't tell me when I'm sober either. I got ADD, I might see something shiny and completely not listen. I get lost easily, I wander. Tell me when I'm stoned, just tell me bad news when I'm stoned. Worst thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna sit there real quiet with a concerned look on my face. Thank God I landed that chair. And I might break my silence for a bag of Doritos. But one day, about a month later, she walks in and she's like, I'm late. And I look up at her and I'm like, for what? I didn't know we had to go anywhere today. Kind of being rude, not giving me a warning anymore. She just does one of these, like, I can't believe you're ever talking. No, I think I might be pregnant, and my jaw drops, and I go to say, oh my God, is it mine? Because that sounds great. But what I ended up saying was even worse. I said, oh my God, is it yours?
You whore!
Alright, I'm gonna close it with this one because I just really want to thank my new dealer. He gave me some good shit, so I'm blaming my bad set on him.
Great. Good set. Share it. Fucking love
But,
it.
you know, a lot of people like to say that stoners are kind of slow, man. That we're a little immature, and whenever I hear that, I can't help but to have this one come back, ready and waiting for me. Now bear with me, I'm a smoker after all, I gotta catch my breath. So Jack and Jill went up the hill to smoke some marijuana. Jack got high and zipped his fly and said, "Do you wanna?" Jill said yes and dropped her dress, and then they had some fun. Wait, said Jill, I forgot the pill, and then they had a son. And I get done telling that to my buddy Jim, and he's like, so Jack and Jill got hitched, right? And I'm like, yeah, the fuck else was Jill gonna get child support out of Jack's ass? For Jack was nimble and Jack was quick, but Jill was ready for Jack's bullshit. And who said stoners were slow? You guys ever notice there was a lot of J's in there? Man, I wish I had a J right now. Where am I? Who are you people?
He is a wanderer, he is a stoner, and he is right at home right here. Give it up for Pat Larson. We love you, Pat Larson. I love you.